I made this in 2 days without any experience. But right now, it's not about how to carve it, it's about what surprised me while I was doing it. Because some things I just couldn't have predicted. The kit comes with everything: 2 blocks, 2 patterns, a knife, a strop, sandpaper, tape, 6 paints. You glue the pattern to the block with PVA, and then you wait for it to dry. That waiting is actually useful. You wrap tape around 3 fingers, thumb, index, middle, and you just look at the block for a while. The outline of a bunny is right there on the wood. You can see where you're going. You just have no idea how to get there yet. And then you make the first cut, and the wood is softer than you expected. I thought it would resist. It doesn't, it just gives way. The first stage is just rough shaping, separating front paws from back paws, finding the belly, the neck. You're not carving a bunny yet, you're carving away everything that isn't a bunny. That distinction sounds obvious, but it takes a while to feel it in your hands. Here's what I didn't expect. The kit includes a leather strop. At first, I didn't understand why at all. I thought it was some kind of decoration. It turns out, you need to use it every 5 to 10 minutes right while you are working. The difference between a stropped knife and one that needs stropping, you feel it immediately. Sharp, the knife moves on its own, you just guide it. One hand on the knife, the other holding the wood, moving in opposite directions. Not sharp enough, you start pressing. Your hand tires faster, the cuts get less clean. A sharp knife is actually safer, less force means less chance of slipping. The strop isn't decorative, it's the most important thing in the box. The first bunny is the one holding the egg. It's bigger and, as it turned out, kinder to a beginner. The shape is rounded. Mistakes are forgiven. The second one is a completely different story. The second bunny has a basket, and the basket is part of the figure, not a separate piece. That took me a minute to understand. You don't carve a bunny and then add a basket. You carve the whole shape, and the basket emerges from the bottom of it. Then there are eggs in the basket. You sketch their shapes in pencil first, then separate them with very light cuts. The booklet says, don't carve too deep. The eggs should look soft. I carved one a little too aggressively. You can see it. It's fine, but I know. And then there are the legs, sticking out from below the basket. The instructions actually say they don't have to be symmetrical. A little asymmetry makes the figure look more lively. I thought that was just reassurance. It's not. Mine came out slightly different and they genuinely look better for it. There is a moment I didn't know about it. You're carving and it's a piece of wood. And then suddenly a bunny. Not a shape, but a bunny with its own character. I stopped and just looked at it. I don't know for how long. It's hard to explain, but when you get to this, you'll understand. Sanding first, you go over the edges, the transitions, the surface of the eggs and the basket. The goal is to remove the fuzz, make it smooth to the touch. You don't sand away the carving marks, they're part of it. Then painting, and it feels completely different from carving. You've been removing for 2 days. Now you're adding. I painted the eggs with Ukrainian pysanka-style patterns. Red, yellow, blue. The kit gives you 6 colors. You can do whatever you want. I just sat there longer than I planned. Neither looks like the photo on the box. Both are a bit unique. The booklet says exactly that every bunny turns out a bit different. And that's the magic of handmade work. I thought those were just pretty words. No. The kit is called Hoppy Bunnies by BeaverCraft. Inside is a knife, wood, templates, paints, safety tape and a video lesson. Link in the description or beavercrafttools.com. Subscribe!